we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome to the Florence Y'all's Baseball Network and the 50 West Brewing pregame show. Rory, Tettemer, your play-by-play commentator, here to join you guys along for the ride. Welcome to the 50 West Brewing pregame show, inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50. 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. At 50 West, every beer is a journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. The Florence Y'alls ready for some more baseball against the Evansville Otters. Game 2 of the 3-game series coming up in just a few minutes. 6:35 Central Time, 7:35 Eastern. First pitch coming up in just under 10 minutes. We're here on the 50 West Brewing pregame show. Let's break down last night's action. Florence Y'alls just mashed their way past the Evansville Otters 10-0 on a great Friday night game here at Bosse Field. The Y'alls rookie Evan Webster, though, on the mound was probably the story of the day. Dominated the Otters offense en route to his second win of the season. Webster fired 7 shutout innings, allowing just 3 hits, no walks, and 10 punch-outs. Season highs in innings pitched and the 10 punch-outs as well. Both the innings pitched and strikeouts were season highs not only for just the Evan Webster, but also the Kentucky native Evan Webster. He gave way to Logan Campbell in the 8th inning. Campbell did his thing, fired 2 shutout innings to complete the shutout against the Evansville Otters in a 10-0 win on the offense. Florence, they've been phenomenal this entire season, the #1 offense, but they continued that. It was Brian Fuentes who started the night with a spark, a 2-run shot in the top half of the first inning, providing an immediate jolt to that offense, which then piled on 14 hits in the showing. Ed Johnson led the way at the plate, a 3-for-5 night with a walk and 4 RBIs for the shortstop. TJ Reeves stayed hot and followed a 6 RBI performance on Thursday night with a 3-for-4 line, 3 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Steven Hrustich then provided some more help as well, a 2-for-3 showing with 2 walks, scoring 2 runs in the 10-0 win for the Y'alls to advance to 6-4 against the Otters on the season, but also bring them 1 game over 500 for the first time since May 17th, 2024. Florence is right in the middle of a playoff run. They are gained a game on the Lake Erie Crushers, who lost yesterday to the Washington Wild Things. They now sit 4 back from a playoff spot with just about 15, 16 games to go for the Y'alls. 41-40 record. They're a half game behind the Schaumburg Boomers, who Florence will play in a 3-game series soon, so you don't really have to worry about what they're doing because you're going to have your chance against them. But really, you just need the demise of the Lake Erie Crushers and for you to do your job against Gateway. Hopefully just win the series, nothing spectacular the rest of the way. Just need to win your series in each of these 4 or 5 series left to go in the season. That's what we'll be watching throughout the night, obviously, along with the game, but you can also pay attention to the Frontier League scoreboard on frontierleague.com. If you want to pay attention to the Lake Erie, Schaumburg, Joliet, Washington games, a lot of fun to do so, but we'll also chime in on those as well. Let's focus on tonight as Reed Smith, the ace of the Florence Y'alls, out there. 6-2 record for Reed Smith. He enters today across 11 starts with a 4.14 ERA, 63 innings pitched, 52 strikeouts, and 18 walks. He's opposed by Parker Brahms, who Florence has seen before. 4-6 record, 14 starts, a 4.62 ERA, 76 innings pitched, 57 Ks, and 33 walks. Parker Brahms last pitched against Florence on July 25th, only went 2 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. That was his only start against the Y'alls this season, so Florence was able to pound him for 69 pitches within 2 1/3 inning pitched. We bopped him out of the game within the 3rd. Hoping for more of the same on that tonight. On the other side of the ball, it's Reed Smith, who is trying to get back to that dominant performance that we saw from him early on in his Y'alls tenure. He only has 1 win in his last 4 starts, dating back to July 25th against Evansville. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in that affair. So him and Parker Brahms lined up again. His last time out against Joliet on August 11th, a no decision in 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The strikeout numbers have gone down his last times out there. We saw him at his best with 11 Ks. Last 3 times out, 2 strikeouts, 1 strikeout, 1 strikeout. That might be the difference if you could start attacking pitchers a little bit more, get a little bit more deception on that slider. It seems maybe it's just getting a little tighter and tighter, and that's also kind of looking like his fastball, so it's not really deceiving hitters a lot. We'll see if we can follow that tonight. I know he's ready to go, and so are we. We're reading the offense or the defense for the Evansville Otters. Let's take a look at the offense for the Florence Yalls. Leading off the shortstop, Ed Johnson. Batting second, the designated hitter, Craig Massey. In the 3 spot, the third baseman, Brian Fuentes. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Hank Zeisler. In the 5 spot, the right fielder, TJ Reeves. Batting 6th, the left fielder, Stephen Arustich. In the 7th spot, doing the catching, Sergio Gutierrez. Batting 8th, returning to the lineup in center field, Thomas Jones. Rounding it out will be the second baseman, Dalton Davis. On the other side, it's the Evansville Otters. First baseman, David Menhem leading off. Batting second, the right fielder, Gary Mattis. In the 3-hole, the shortstop, Pavin Parks. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Randy Bednar. Batting 5th, the catcher, Logan Brown. Returning to the lineup, the second baseman, Delvin Zinn. Batting 6th. In the 7th spot, the third baseman, J.J. Cruz. Batting 8th, the designated hitter, Mason White. And rounding out the center fielder, Giovanni DiGiacomo. We'll pause here on the 50 West Brewing pregame show as we take a listen to our national anthem.
Our national anthem, presented by the Blue Cross Blue Shield, performed by Kenneth Hopgood.
Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. A great crowd on hand here at Bosse Field. Fireworks already being shown. There's going to be fireworks after the game as well. And hopefully some more fireworks at the plate. Parker Brahms, the right-hander, on the mound for the Evansville Otters. Due up for Florence, top half of the third. Ed Johnson, Craig Massey, and Brian Fuentes. Ed Johnson yesterday in the 2-hole. Now he moves up after a 4 RBI day, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 1 walk as well. He is very good in the leadoff spot. We've done the calculations. Florence has a winning record with Johnson in the leadoff spot, and it's not even close. From what I was going back to, minus the games that I was not present at in Joliet and Washington, he at least was 14-6 plus a win the last time out to win the series against Windy City, making it 15-6. So we'll see him here again today after batting second yesterday. Florence just much better when he is the leadoff man. And for good reason here against the Evansville Otters. Team versus team, Ed Johnson against Evansville this season, a .462 average, 13 RBIs and 10 runs scored. That's in 10 starts against the Otters. So if you're looking for a man to get you going at the plate, let's look to Ed Johnson with a lot of success against this team, as well as Stephen Harustich and Dalton Davis. They're both above 400 as well. And all 3 are in the lineup today, as well as Craig Massey. Massey, a .367 average against Evansville. In the month of August, Craig Massey hitting .410. Returns to the lineup today, and we know he's better against righties than lefties. There's a righty out on the mound. He's on deck. Parker Brahms in an open stance, working from the stretch with the bases empty. Glove at the chest. First pitch in there for a strike. 6:35 p.m. comes the 0-1, fouled away. Johnson quickly down 0-2. The Yalls taking on the Otters, game 2 of the 3-game series. Florence back in their baby blue jerseys with gray pants and the red flow caps. Evansville in the white pants, royal blue jerseys, and white and royal blue caps. Brahms again from the stretch, first base side of the rubber, extremely open. 0-2, check swing, goes all the way around, called strike 3. Either way, Johnson, good afternoon, good night.
Congratulations to Section
First strikeout of the day for Parker Brahms. That'll bring up Craig Massey.
Please play responsibly. A German American Bank strikeout. Batting second, designated hitter 23, Craig Massey.
Florence will send 3 lefties to the plate against the righty Parker Brahms, while also throwing a righty on the mound in Reed Smith. First pitch in there for a strike. 4 strikes in a row from Parker Brahms. To open the outing, it's the lefty Craig Massey making his first at-bat in the series. 0-1, sends it into left field. Back goes Bednar with room, makes the grab, 2 away. Parker Brahms working effectively, 2 outs on 5 pitches. Florence trying not to go 1-2-3 in the opening frame. It's Brian Fuentes stepping up to the plate, who in the first inning yesterday launched a 2-run shot, which put Florence on top, and technically that's all they needed in a 10-0 win over the Evansville Otters. From the stretch, first pitch in there for a strike. 77 miles per hour on the off speed from Parker Brahms. Brahms has been here all season for Evansville. 0-1, misses outside. That's the first ball he's thrown. Out of Sacramento, California, Brahms comes at you with a 4-seam fastball, curveball, and a changeup. So fastball, curve, change arsenal, just 3 pitches. Should be easy to see for Florence. 1-1, fouled away. 1-2. Brahms, I would say, at his best against Washington. 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, just 1 run, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. That's the longest he's gone. He's gone 7 innings twice as well. 1-2, fouled away. He has not gone a start without allowing a run. The most run has allowed all season was the 8 against Florence back on July 25th. Drafted by the Dodgers in the 2019 draft. 1-2, bounces in the dirt, 2-2. It was the rare occurrence where he decides not to sign and finished his final year of college, and then did not get drafted the next time around, signed with the Pirates as an undrafted free agent. Saw some time in A-ball with the Bradenton Marauders. 2-2 ground ball, 3-hopper over to the third baseman, throw on to first in time. And the Yalls go down 1-2-3, top half of the first, a clean opener for Parker Brahms. We'll head to the bottom. Evansville Otters coming up here on Yalls Baseball Network.
All right, fans, it's time for the Toronis Pizza Race. We have Ren, Lily, and Lucas, and they'll race from first base to third base, all while holding a Toronis pizza box like a waiter or a waitress. The winner receives a pair of GA tickets. Runners, on your mark, get set, go. Awesome job. Let's give a round of applause to our winner. Back to you, Zane.
Thanks, Lucas. Our pitcher-catcher battery for Florence, Reed Smith, is on the mound. Sergio Gutierrez behind the plate. Pitcher-catcher battery, powered by the Answer Auto Repair East, 2319 North Canberra Road, 812-475-9000. Tell them Zane from the Otters sent you.
Bottom of the first, always brought to you by Central Bank. Central Bank founded on the idea that banks can and should be pillars of their communities in good times and in bad. And everything we do and every way we serve, we start with you. Reed Smith toes the rubber for the Yalls. He'll face off against David Mendham, Gary Mattis, and Pavin Parks to open up the bottom half of the first inning. Yalls blanked 1-2-3 their half. Now it's time for the Otters in their royal blue jerseys, white pants. Florence again in the baby blue jerseys, gray pants, and red caps. Reed Smith out on the mound, the Yalls ace, 6-2 record and a 4.14 ERA. Sideways windup, first pitch, misses upstairs. Mendham held in check yesterday, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Enters today with a 3.01 average in the lefty batter's box. 1-0, big swing and a miss. Top of the zone fastball from Reed Smith. Mendham went chasing. The 1-1, swing and a miss again, top of the zone. Called time at the plate, 1-2. Evansville yesterday sent 6 lefties to the plate. After that clearly didn't work out, being blanked. 1-2 misses upstairs, 2-2. They fell 10-0 in game 1. What do? They send out 7 lefties. Good thing it's a righty on the mound and Reed Smith. I think yesterday that was the key to Evan Webster's success. He was mainly going up against the lineup of lefties while he's a lefty pitcher. Immediately gets the advantage, 2-2. Misses downstairs with the off speed. Reed Smith, the arsenal for the young man on the mound. The fastball slider change. What I've seen from Reed Smith, that fastball, low to mid-90s, the changeup is a plus offering. That slider, it seems as if the past few outings, it's not really sliding as much as it normally was in the beginning of the year. 3-2 popped up and out of play. We'll do it again. The preceding pitch before that one definitely had a lot more slide on it. A little bit more break. I think the problem was the fastball was looking too much like the slider, and hitters were obviously catching up to it. Payoff pitch, misses upstairs. A good at-bat from David Mendham, and works himself the walk to lead off the ballgame. Walks are not something that Reed Smith generally gives up. 18 walks across 63 innings. Highest walk count was 4. Back against Washington on August 6th. He's gone to 7 innings 2 times, including his last time out. That one's fouled away by Gary Mattis. Mattis with just a brutal day at the plate yesterday. 0 for 4 with the golden sombrero. 4 strikeouts, including in at bat where on strike 3, he lost grip of the bat and went into the Yalls dugout. Thankfully, no one was hurt. I think the one that was in question was actually the bat boy for Evansville. 0-1. Sends it in the air towards right center field. Well hit. That'll send Jones and Reeves back towards the gap. It's Jones who looks up and it bounces off the wall. It gets away from everyone. Rounding third on his way home. Mendham comes in to score. Mattis slides into third. An RBI triple by Gary Mattis. Just like that, Evansville on top, 1-0. Thomas Jones and Reeves had no chance of getting there. However, a poor read by them in the outfield. Neither of them read the bounce correctly. Got past both of them, allowing a run to score and for Mattis to get over to third. You field that cleanly, you definitely hold Mattis to second. First pitch to Pavin Parks, big swing and a miss. Yalls down 1-0. Evansville in their first inning out already scored more runs than they did yesterday. That's generally how it goes, right? 0-1, swing and a miss. Any given day in baseball, you cannot take any opponent lightly. It is any given day. From the stretch, the 0-2. Fouled away. Pavin Parks yesterday, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Florence held the top of the order in check. They were 0 for 11 yesterday with 7 strikeouts. They've already produced a run in the first inning. Here comes the 0-2. Ooh, misses top of the zone on the fastball, 90 miles per hour. Smith now working slowly, trying to get the punch out. 1-2. Sent in the air towards right field. Reeves going back. Definitely going to be deep enough for a sac fly. Makes the grab. Mattis with not even a throw will come in to score 2-0 Evansville. Sac fly for Pavin Parks. Brings up Randy Bednar. Finally one away and the base is empty, but Florence already chasing. That's what I mean any given day. Florence, without a doubt, had the advantage today. Their ace on the mound against Parker Brahms, who you saw last time and absolutely pieced him. You would have think Florence would get out to the early jump. They went down 1-2-3 in under 10 pitches. Now Reed Smith struggling here in the first. Fouled the first pitch away, it's 0-1. So Parks, Bednar, Brown here, the 3-4-5 for Evansville, all lefties. They get a break with Delvin's in, who will hit from the right side. That one misses upstairs, 1-1. And then they go back to the lefty train. The 7-8-9, Cruz, White, DiGiacomo, all lefties. And then even that continues to go back up to the top of the order with David Menhen. So if you play it right, you'll be getting 3 and 4 lefties in a row at 2 different spots in the order. Sideways windup. Glove in front of the face for Reed Smith. 1-2. Bounces in the dirt all the way to the backstop. 2-2. Smith has not had that put-away pitch his last 3 starts. 2 strikeouts on July 31st and 1 August 6th and August 11th. 2-2. Fouled away. Bossy Field always produces a pretty good crowd here, especially on Friday, Saturday. This is one of the good ones. 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. Full count. Reed Smith already with a lot of pitches in the early going. You burned your best reliever last night in Logan Campbell. He will not be up and ready for today. Payoff pitch. Skied in the air towards right field. Davis Zeisler going at it. Reeves coming in. Calls everyone off in the shade, and there's 2 away. Reeves produces both outs in the inning so far. Logan Brown will step up to the plate from the left side. The lefty catcher, Logan Brown. Another day where you don't see Dakota Phillips in the lineup. And he's also not on the bench today. He was honored yesterday. First pitch misses outside. He was honored yesterday with 2 plaques, becoming the Otters franchise leader in home runs and RBIs. But you didn't see him in that ball game, and he wasn't on the active bench. That one skied out towards center field. Jones barely has to move. Now he rushes back and makes the grab right in front of the wall. 2 runs come across from Evansville. We'll head to the top half of the second. Y'all's trail 2-0 here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Thanks, Lucas. We'd like to say hello to our friends from Valero. They're in left field, over 100, having a great time here at the ballpark. Hello to them. Hello to Owen Rose Group. They're in section 16, celebrating a birthday party. The Vinsky Group, they're in section 17, but not Roger.
Top of the second always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Republic Bank. Republic Bank, one of Newsweek's best banks in America in 2024. Come see why it's just easier here at any Republic Bank's ATMs in the tri-state area or the 5 locations right along the Ohio River. Hank Zeisler steps up to the plate. 4-5-6 due up for Florence. That's Zeisler, Reeves, Hrustich. First pitch misses outside. It was a 1-2-3 effort from Brahms on the mound. Top half of the first. The Florence bench right now includes Zade Richardson, Justin Levy, and Blaze O'Saban. That one's skied out toward shallow left field. Bednar comes in on it in the shade and makes the grab. There's one away. 4 up, 4 down to start the night for Parker Brahms.
Batting fifth in right field.
That brings up TJ Reeves. Reeves against Evansville this year, a .351 average across 10 games played. 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike. Big swing and a miss, and a ball in the dirt, or downstairs at least. 0-2. Reeves entering today, .308 average, 20 doubles, 17 home runs, and 68 RBIs. That's a team high in both home runs and RBIs. 0-2 pitch laced into left field. That drops in for a base hit. Y'all's first base runner of the day. And the first hit of the day for TJ Reeves. He's been on fire. The last 2 games, he's had 3 hits. One of the games was 6 RBIs. Yesterday, an RBI and a run scored. That'll bring up Steven Hrustich, who has the best average against the Otters from any player in the lineup today for Florence. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Hrustich, .467 against the Otters this season. 7 hits in 15 at-bats, 7 RBIs. First pitch misses upstairs. He's got a .600 slugging percentage and a .526 on base. The 1-0 misses inside 2-0. We gave you the umpire intro. Didn't even read the umpires. Behind home plate, it's Adam Mortkin. Down the first base line, Archer Flores Pareda. And down the third base line, the crew chief, Ted Dutcher. 2-0 pitch misses upstairs on the off-speed 3-0. Another pickoff attempt, nothing going. That's Archer Flores Pareda over there. First base umpire. Brahms from the stretch, 3-0. Green light, skies it out towards center field. Well hit, Jones working back at the track. He looks up, and it's out of here. 2-run shot from Steven Hrustich. He continues to mash against the Otters. A 3-0 green light, and the Y'alls tie it up 2-2 here in the top of the second. That's the one thing he didn't have against the Otters was a home run. That's his first bomb against Evansville this season. It's a part of the deepest part of the park here at Bosse Field. 400 feet dead center. First pitch to Gutierrez, swing and a miss. Gutierrez, on the other hand, how about this? 468 or 467 average for Hrustich against Evansville. And then the next batter, Gutierrez, 179. He's had his struggles against Evansville this season. Skies this one down the third baseline in foul territory. Cruz and Brown going at it. Brown, the catcher, making the underhand catch. 2 away. Gutierrez in disbelief. Any other ballpark in the Frontier League, that's probably out of play, but in the fishbowl here at Bossy Field, down the lines towards the dugouts is extremely open. Brings up Thomas Jones, base is empty and 2 away. Jones getting his first action against Evansville this season, off speed, in there for a strike. That's a good note about Adam Morgan behind home plate. Not a traditional point for the strike. He's the fist bump in front of the chest. 0-1, check swing. Didn't go around, 1-1. See, how is the traditional point down the first base line? He's got the fist bump in front of the chest. It's hard to see from a broadcaster point of view. 2-1 count, that one missed downstairs. Now I ring him up. You toss it in the air, you kick, slide back, and pull. 2-1, big swing and a miss, 2-2. And when you do that to 12-year-olds, you just feel great about yourself, right? I'm kidding. I made up that punch out recently, not when I was back doing 12-year-old baseball games. Beginning of my heyday, when I was like 14 years old, 15 years old. 12U baseball games, Little League. I did that with a broken arm, broken elbow. 2-2. Called, strike 3. Thomas Jones down on strikes. He does not have a hit in August. His struggles continue, but Steven Arustich stays hot at the plate. 2 runs come across on a 2-run moonshot to center field. It's a 2-2 game as we head to the bottom of the second. Reed Smith coming back out here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
When the music stops, everyone 18 or older holding a beach ball will win a $30 Hoosier Lottery prize bag. Are you ready? Launch! And stop! Congratulations from the Hoosier Lottery and the Evansville Otters. The Otterville staff will let you know how to claim your prize. Stop by your local Hoosier Lottery retailer to pick up your Mega Millions ticket for tonight's drawing. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Up to you, Zane.
Thanks so much, Lucas. It's time to see you get upgraded to Action Furniture Home Store. Best seats in the house. Our lucky winner gets to spend the rest of the game with the best seats in the house. So I say congratulations to Jen Anderson. Jen Anderson, come on down and sit in the best seats in the house. Enjoy the view for the rest of the game with your feet kicked up. Jen Anderson, the best seats in the house. Also means you have the best view. The Heritage Video Board and Otter Vision. Follow along with all of our video board action and be sure to visit heritagefederal.org.
Bottom of the second, 2-2 ball game between the Y'alls and the Otters. Reed Smith gave up 2 his first inning out, but now comes back in an even ball game. So he gets to go again. Honestly, watch that first inning behind you and just focus on what's ahead. Delvin Zinn, the righty, steps up to the plate here in the bottom half of the second. Sideways windup, first pitch. Misses just downstairs, in and out of the glove of Gutierrez. An off-speed first pitch to Zinn. Zinn out of the lineup yesterday. Delvin Zinn in his 1 series against Florence, a 500 batting average. Had 5 hits and 10 at-bats. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1. In there. Called on the inside part of the plate, a changeup. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball over to third base. Fuentes has it, throw on to first in time. 5-3 on the putout.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 28, J.J. Cruz.
First pitch in there for a strike to J.J. Cruz. Sorry if you guys are hearing a lot of static. I was just reported of this. I don't know what's going on. 1-1. Misses upstairs. That one's fouled away. 2-2 count to J.J. Cruz. I believe the static should be fixed. I didn't do anything. I guess a reboot of the system must have fixed it. 2-2. Misses downstairs. Payoff pitch, misses upstairs. One out, runner aboard.
That's a Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 2, Mason White.
Brings up Mason White, the lefty. Bottom half of the second inning, one away. Y'alls and Otters tied up at 2-2. First pitch. In there for a strike. Jumping around at first. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit over to the second baseman, Davis. Throw back to first in time. Davis and Zeisler spin the line drive double play, and that will end the inning. An unconventional 1-2-3 from Reed Smith. We'll head to the top half of the third. Tettemer trivia coming up here on Y'all's Baseball Network. It's a 2-2 ball game.
Fish toss. We have Shiloh and Madeline competing with Riker and Dixie to win 2 GA tickets. All right, are you ready? Get set, throw. Awesome job. Great work, guys. Up to you, Finn.
If you're looking for new concession items, set the first base concession for new Italian food offerings, including fried ravioli, Bosco sticks, and pizza. Third base concession has a specialty menu items such as the buffalo or barbecue boneless wings. And if you're looking for a quick soda or beer, a brand new grab-and-go directly behind Ben's Pretzels. batting ninth at second base. 7, Dalton Davis.
Top half of the third here at Bosse Field, always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Y'alls and Otters, 2-2 ball game. Gonna pause here on the Tettemer trivia for just a second while I get that out there. Might carry it bottom of the third into the fourth. I was just trying to figure out the technical difficulties we had. That one softly rolled over to the third baseman. Cruz has it, throw on to first is in time to retire Dalton Davis. One away brings us back up to the top of the order, Ed Johnson. Must have been a Flow Sports issue because I was just going back on the YouTube, and if you're listening on our YouTube audio stream, you guys had crystal clear audio. That's what I was making sure of on the technical difficulties. So it's definitely on the Flow Sports. 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2 count to Ed Johnson. Let's get that trivia out there. We're going to stay in the year of 2014. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is inside 1-2. So we'll stay in the year of 2014 for our Tettemer trivia. We had yesterday's question about who led Major League Baseball in OPS in 2014. The correct answer was Victor Martinez. And this all stems from our creative director, Nick Thurling, when I asked him what year, just pick a year, and he chose 2014. So now I've got two questions from the year he chose. And this one I did a little bit more extensive, I guess, just questioning on it. Payoff pitch misses upstairs. Ed Johnson works himself down 0-2, back to a 3-2 count. Is earned with the walk, now over at first. One out, runner on first for Craig Massey. The question of the day, always brought to you by the Roar Agency, Tettemer Trivia. In 2014, one pitcher led all of Major League Baseball in starts, losses, runs, and walks. Again, he led all of Major League Baseball in starts, losses, runs allowed, and walks allowed. Obviously, not the best stats to lead the league in. The following season in 2015, this player was an all-star. Johnson takes off, first pitch misses outside. A stolen base for Ed Johnson, not even a throw down. So again, this pitcher in 2014 led all of Major League Baseball starts, losses, runs, and walks. The following season in 2015, they were an all-star. And I believe it was their first time being an all-star as well. Who was the player? That one's in there for a strike 1-1. Who was that one player? I can double down on it. The next season they were an all-star. It was also their last season pitching in Major League Baseball. 1-1. Fouled away. That was their age 38 season. It was the only time they were an all-star. But it was immediately following one of their worst seasons in Major League Baseball. In fact, it was the most losses they had throughout their career. Tied for the most starts they had. And it was the most runs allowed. That one goes all the way to the backstop. Ed Johnson's just going to jog over to third. Runner now in scoring position with one away for Craig Massey. 2-2 count. So our Tettemer trivia, it's live on Twitter, rtettemer9 or Florence_Y'alls. Head on over to X or Twitter, RTETTEMER9. 2-2. Misses upstairs, a full count. Infield pulled in for Evansville in a 2-2 ball game. Chime in the comment section on Twitter. You can just comment your guess, and I'll shout you out on the broadcast. Again, I think this is a pretty fun one, just because it's a little unique. Payoff pitch, fouled away down the first base line. Again, in 2014, one pitcher led all of Major League Baseball in starts, losses, runs, and walks. The following season in 2015, they were an all-star. Who was it? So the way you would kind of want to break it down, look for someone who was probably bad around the time of 2014, but then also could bounce back with that all-star year. 3-2 ground ball over to the shortstop Parks. Throw goes to home plate. Tag applied is in time. Ed Johnson diving past is upset about the call. The throw was wide from Parks, which pulled the catcher Brown more towards the third base line. That's a run-saving call for the Evansville Otters, courtesy of Adam Morgan. I think if it was Chad Rhodes in attendance today, he'd be arguing that. We got a couple interim managers. That one's a ground ball over the second baseman's in. Throw on to first in time. That ends the inning. Inning thrown on its head after the fielder's choice by Craig Massey, and then Fuentes just grounds out to third. So the fielder's choice was 6-2 on the put out of Johnson. Massey over at first and just ends the inning. Y'all's no hits, no runs. We'll head to the bottom half of the third. Get those guesses in on Tettemer Trivia. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Throws to the furthest, gets to keep the bat. We'll go one at a time. Ready? Throw. We have a winner. Congratulations.
Otters are back tomorrow, 12:35. Our series finale, a dog days of summer, an off day on Monday, and then back on Tuesday against the Windy City Thunderbolts. The third $2 Tuesday. Tickets at EvansvilleOtters.com or calling 1-2-435-8686. Say hello to the big birthday celebration in sections 18 and 19. The Knights and the Heelys, they're here. Great to have them with us celebrating Bubby's birthday. Happy birthday to him. Another group outing in right field, over 100 there. Enjoying a home run picnic, great to have them. And we have a full Corona Extra patio deck, regal here at the ballpark. Thanks for spending all of you here with the group outing at Mossy Field. This beautiful night here watching Evansville Otters baseball. Leading off batting ninth, the center fielder, number 10, Giovanni DiGiacomo.
Bottom half of the third inning, Giovanni DiGiacomo steps up to the plate. DiGiacomo, Menhem, Mattis, 9-1-2 due up for the Otters, 2-2 ball game. Game 2 of the 3-game series. DiGiacomo shows bunt, gets it down the third base line. Brian Fuentes, bare hand, throw to first, not in time. Bunt single from DiGiacomo. Leadoff runner aboard for Evansville. Couldn't have played it any better if you're Brian Fuentes. Did all he could with the bare hand and quick release.
Edward Jones.
DiGiacomo just places it perfectly down the line.
Leadoff batter, first baseman, number 34, David Mentum.
Last time the Otters got their leadoff runner aboard, they scored. 2-2 ball game. Menhem walked and came in to score. He was that guy. Was down 0-2, or 1-2 to Reed Smith. He battled all the way back to earn himself a walk. Runner takes off. That one skied out towards second base. Davis has it. Throw on to first is in time. A double up again to clear the bases. DiGiacomo was off for the races. And that's a tough hit and run if that was the call. If you're David Menhem, got to get that ball down.
Right fielder,
Florence spins
number
2.
23, Gary Mattis.
Base is empty and now 2 away for Gary Mattis. How about that? Saw a line drive double play to end the second, over to second base as well. Big swing and a miss. Then we get another double play spun by Davis and Zeisler. We are still playing Tettemer trivia. I think like I said, I'm gonna continue it into the 4th inning. That one's skied out towards right center field, drops in for a base hit. Jones has it, and a limit Mattis to just a single. Either way, single and a triple. 2 plate appearances through. He's a quarter or halfway to the cycle.
The shortstop, number 11, Haven Parks.
Wouldn't that certainly be amazing? Gary Mattis 0 for 4 yesterday with a golden sombrero. One of the worst things you could do at the plate if you're a hitter is strike out 4 times. For him to come back if he got the cycle, wouldn't that be a story? And he's got some wheels and a big lead over at first. First pitch to Parks. Catches the outside part of the plate. The question was for Tettemer Trivia, in 2014, one pitcher led all of Major League Baseball in starts, losses, runs, and walks. The following season in 2015, they were an all-star. Who was that pitcher? I doubled down and gave you guys some more hints. In 2015, that was their first all-star appearance, and it was also their last season playing in Major League Baseball. Runner takes off, 0-1, swing and a miss, throw down to second, a good one. Johnson tag applied in time. Gutierrez, the Reaper behind home plate, claims another victim. This time, Gary Mattis. Unconventional 1-2-3 for Reed Smith, where he gave up 2 hits and still faces the minimum. We head to the top of the 4th. It's a 2-2 ball game here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Gray and white. They will see who can send their pitch the furthest. Whoever does wins 2 GA tickets. Already get us started here. Great work, guys. Back to you, Zane.
Thank you, Lucas. I would like to say hello to Lady Elizabeth McCune is here at the ballpark. Of course, we love her late husband, Bill. It's great to have Lady Elizabeth here back at Bossy Field with her family. Also great to have Big Red Jordan Fisher here at the ballpark. Let's give Big Red Jordan Fisher a big round of applause. There he is walking in the main tunnel. He's not trying to acknowledge the announcement. We also saw former MC Clay Roth here as well. Great to have so many of our friends here at Bossy Field on this Saturday night. First baseman, 13, Hank Zeisler.
Top of the 4th, Hank Zeisler steps up to the plate. Zeisler, Reeves, or Rustich. That's the start of the lineup that gave the Y'alls their 2 runs the last time around. They'll do it again here. Zeisler, Reeves, or Rustich. Zeisler at the plate, flied out to left field. His last time around, still Parker Brahms out there for the Otters. 2-2 ball game, first pitch in there for a strike. We are still playing Tettemer Trivia that was extended after I got the question out late, and also we had a pretty quick inning just last inning. So we are still playing Tettemer Trivia, still have time to get those in. And I could start to read some guesses. The question was, in 2014, one pitcher led all of Major League Baseball in starts, losses, runs, and walks. 0-2. Popped up in the infield right side. Zinn going out toward shallow center field. It's carrying. Zinn with the underhand grab. My, oh my, what a play. A basket catch puts away Hank Zeisler. There's one away.
For T.J. Reeves.
Brings up T.J. Reeves. Singled and scored his last time around. We got some guesses. Carter Cousins chimed in. He said Zach Greinke. Again, the hints I gave was the only All-Star appearance and also their last season in Major League Baseball. So again, this guy was just awful in 2014, but was an innings eater. Had the most starts, losses, runs, and walks in the league, led in all those categories. But the following season in 2015, they were an All-Star. This was their only All-Star appearance and their last season in Major League Baseball. So Zach Greinke would not follow that. That one runs inside, hits the hand of T.J. Reeves, who is immediately upset, walking away towards the dugout. Right on the hand, keeled over in pain. Alan Chase, the athletic trainer, comes out. Carl Craigie going to walk out as well as Reeves tries to stay in this game. So Zach Greinke was one of our guesses. We had Richie Giuliano chime in. He said Anibal Sanchez. Louis DeVolio gave us an answer. Louis Davs on Twitter, he said Charlie Morton. Arustich skies this one out towards center field. DiGiacomo comes in and he dives and can't make the grab. Throw goes on to second where Reeves was holding. Everybody's safe. Runners on first and second. We'll see what they call that. He had to dive. That's going to be a hit. Second hit of the ball game from Arustich after a two-run homer back in the second. Runners first and second now with one away for Gutierrez. A.J. Burnett was the guess from Zane Bloom. So far we have Charlie Morton, Anibal Sanchez, Zach Greinke, and A.J. Burnett. What a crew. First pitch to Gutierrez, skies it out towards center field. DiGiacomo comes in, then goes back in and out of his glove. Reeves gets the wave around third. Throw goes to the cutoff. It's bobbled. Reeves caught between home and third. He didn't go right away. Zinn has it. Throw goes to the catcher. Reeves tries to get out of the way. Oh my, what a blunder. Reeves had it. The go-ahead run was there. I don't know if that's on Dave Halbrin or T.J. Reeves. Did they give up the stop sign? Oh my. They give that a hit for Gutierrez. That's one thing. I mean, that is clear as day. DiGiacomo could not read it in and out of his glove. I'm not going to argue, but it goes down as a single for Gutierrez. Still runners on second and third. That one's pieced through the left side of the infield, comes in for a base hit. Now Gutierrez gets the wave around home. Throw goes to the plate, not in time. Jones on his way to second. Tag applied, it's not in time. Two-run single from Thomas Jones. Ball doesn't lie. Y'all's on top, 4-2. A lot of first pitch hitting here from the Yalls. Arustich, Gutierrez, and Jones all swinging on the first pitch. Thomas Jones with his first hit in August is a two-run single to give the Yalls the lead. There's two away. Dalton Davis lays off the first pitch. Misses downstairs 1-0. Ryan Tettemer, who's the birthday boy. August 17th, happy birthday to Ryan Tettemer. He chimes in. He says Jeremy Hellickson, which I think is a very good guess. He's insisting that it's right. 1-0. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. Thomas Jones gets the wave around third. Throw goes to the plate, way up the line. An RBI single from Dalton Davis. Makes his way over to second on the throw. Yalls on top, 5-2.
Back to the top of the order, shortstop one, Ed Johnson.
This is all with 2 outs now. So we have Jeremy Hellickson, Zach Greinke, A.J. Burnett. We had Charlie Morton and Anibal Sanchez as well. We have a correct answer in the chat. Rich Tettemer says Joe Blanton. I gave themselves the hit just because of my brother's birthday. I gave them a special hint saying this is a former Philly. So Hellickson, Blanton, even Charlie Morton, those would all play. Again, who had led Major League Baseball in starts, runs, losses, as well as walks in 2014 and the following season in 2015. They were an all-star. Correct answer, A.J. Burnett, 2014 with the Phillies. He led Major League Baseball in losses with 18. That one's fouled away, 0-1 to Ed Johnson. Starts with 34. Runs with 109. And walks with 96. David Menhem made the grab down the first base line to end the inning, but the Yalls come across with 3. They strand a runner out on second. Ed Johnson was put away on the foul ball. But the correct answer, A.J. Burnett for your Tettemer trivia. Congratulations to Zane Bloom, the Lake Erie Crushers broadcaster. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Reed Smith now working with a 5-2 lead. We'll be right back here on Yalls Baseball Network.
Keep on smiling with Paramount Dental. And be sure and check out the Frontier League and Evansville Otters on Close Sports, the official streaming partner of the Frontier League. Never miss a game and follow along all the way through the season. Visit EvansvilleOtters.com for links to watch and subscribe to all Frontier League and Close Sports contents. The shortstop, number 11, Peyton Parks.
Bottom half of the 4th, Yalls on top 5-2 here at Bosse Field. A 3-run 4th inning where honestly they left meat on the bone, including TJ Reeves being tagged out at home plate. Could have been 6-2. 3 runs come across either way. I'm not going to be greedy. We've got a 5-2 lead, and Reed Smith now working with the lead for the first time today. Pavin Parks at the plate. First pitch to him, skies it down the left field line and way foul. 0-1. Parks was at the plate to end the 3rd inning, but it was a caught stealing by Gary Mattis. So Parks gets an extra look at Reed Smith. Had a sac fly in the 1st inning. 0-1, swing and a miss. What is that noise? And there's a consistent pop that keeps happening here. And I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's a balloon popping or something, but I've heard it 4 times. 1-2. Fireworks aren't till later. It is a bursting pop. 1-2. Hard hit right back to Reed Smith. He knocks it down. Throw goes to first. It's in time. Wow. Reed Smith with the quick reflexes, able to knock it down and steal a hit away from Pavin Parks. 1 away.
Number 6,
how about that?
Randy Bednar.
Brings up Randy Bednar from the right side. First pitch to him, and off speed in there for a strike. That one's grounded up the middle and past the diving Davis. For a base hit for Bednar, his first of the day. 1 for 2, 1 out runner aboard for Logan Brown. Florence has not had a lot of good defensive plays, at least not like flashy for the top 10, so anything that we could see. I think that Reed Smith knocking down a liner right back at his head is pretty special. So I wanted to make sure I got that in. Runner on first, Logan Brown, big swing and a miss. At the off speed downstairs, way out in front. Y'all's on top, 5-2. Here in the fourth, 0-1. Flied out towards center field. Thomas Jones working towards the left center gap, coming in. He's under it, makes the grab into the black leather mitt. There's 2 away. Logan Brown's flying out twice to center field today. Brings up Delvin Zinn.
Number 1, Delvin Zinn.
Delvin's in from the right side. First pitch in there for a strike. One fouled away, 0-2. Check swing there from Zinn. He just gets enough of it. Smith working from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber, 2 away. Here comes the 0-2. Skied out towards right field. Reeves coming in towards the line. Under it, splash into the tan leather mitt. We go to the top of the 5th. Another clean one from Reed Smith. Allows the 1 hit, but strands him at first. Y'all's on top, 5-2. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Southwest Graphics Evansville Otters.
Have you seen Evan the Otter around lately? Make sure you tell him hello when you do. Evan's excited to see all of our fans and encourage you to visit Heritage for all your banking needs. Heritage Brown partner of Evansville Otters Baseball. Leading off for Florence, designated hitter 23, Craig Massey.
Top half of the 5th, Y'all's on top, 5-2 here on Y'all's Baseball Network. Rory Tettemer joining you guys for the ride. Craig Massey steps up to the plate. Massey, Fuentes, Zeisler due up. It's the 2-3-4 of the Y'alls. Massey today 0 for 2. First pitch in there for a strike. Still Parker Brahms on the mound. Massey grounded out to the shortstop his last time around. It was a fielder's choice where he reached base. The throw went to home plate and banged out Ed Johnson there. 0-1 Misses just inside. 1-1. One pitch, misses inside again, 2-1. Massey has had an unbelievable August. Entered today hitting .410 in the month. That's a team high in 9 starts. 2-1 ground ball up the middle, fielded by Brahms. Toss over to first is in time. Unlucky there, hard hit ball from Massey. 1-3 on the put out. That'll bring up Brian Fuentes, who's also 0 for 2 today.
Third baseman, 3, Brian Fuentes.
The 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Florence is 0 for 9 right now with a walk from Ed Johnson. First pitch to Fuentes. Oof, catches the bottom. 0-1. Fuentes, a 2-run shot yesterday. A 1 for 3 effort. 2 walks as well. 0-1 pitch, misses outside. Parker Brahms has gone 4 1/3, allowing 5 earned on 6 hits, picking up 2 strikeouts. Just 1 walk as well. 1-1 off speed in there for a strike. 12-6 looper bends in on Fuentes. Brahms still working from the open stretch. The 1-2. Check swing goes all the way around. Fuentes pleading his case. I don't think he has a case there. I think he definitely did. Whether it was a flinch or not, I think the shoulder going with him might hurt his case, but not even an appeal down the first base line. 2 away now for Hank Zeisler. 3rd strikeout of the day from Brahms. Y'all still on top 5-2, but in danger of going down 1-2-3. First pitch runs inside and almost hits Hank Zeisler. In episode 5 of Flow Talk, we sat down with Hank the Tank, who's the captain of this Y'all's team. I don't know if many fans knew that, but Hank has been designed as the captain. That came from Chad Rhodes at first, and I was like, are you serious? Is he actually the captain? I didn't know that. Then when asking Hank Zeisler about it, he was like, yeah, it came on around, mid-June. And he's kind of carried the moniker ever since, just being one of those leaders in the dugout, the clubhouse. Mix those two together, Doug House. 2-1 count. 2-1 pitch. Runs inside and hits him. Hank Zeisler plunked by another. He leads the team in hit by pitches, his 19th on the season. It's uncanny, and I had to ask him about that in that Flow Talk while we're on the subject. He said he doesn't crowd the plate, but he also won't move. And he learned that from his D3 days at Chapman, as well as with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Those guys, they don't move out of the way. And at Chapman, they carried that stance all the way to a D3 national championship, which is not the first time we heard that. Misericordia this season had like 125 hit by pitches. They won the D3 national championship just by getting on base so many times. So Zeisler, the feeling is someone say, oh yeah, he crowds the plate. That one's skied up into shallow right field. Madison Zinn going at it. It's Zinn calling everyone off, backtracking, but it makes the grab. After a hit by pitch, the Y'all strand Zeisler on first. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Y'all's quiet. Otters 2 up. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
It's the center point of the game. Your friends at Centerpoint Energy encourage you to conserve energy in order to save money at home. But right now, we need you to turn up the energy and the volume to make some noise for your Evansville Otters.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. Y'all's on top 5-2. J.J. Cruz steps up to the plate. It'll be Cruz, White, DiGiacomo. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Otters. First pitch laced down to center field, drops in for a base hit. First hit of the day for J.J. Cruz. He's on base in both plate appearances. It's the 5th hit of the day for the Otters. That'll bring up Mason White lined out to second in a double play, which ended the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. Smith now goes from the stretch. First pitch in there for a strike. Runner on first, nobody out. Bottom half of the 5th. 5-2 ball game. About an hour or so into this one. 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Glances off of Smith's glove. Johnson has it at second. Tag second, 1. No throw to first. Gets the fielder's choice. I don't know if Smith didn't touch that, if that still would have helped out Johnson. He picked it up pretty quickly.
Center fielder,
I think
number 10,
White was just burning down the line. Either way, fielder's choice 1-6 on the putout of J.J. Cruz. Still a runner on first now with 1 away for DiGiacomo, who saw 1 pitched and laced it into center field his last time around. He's 1 for 1 from the left side. DiGiacomo yesterday 0 for 3 with a strikeout. First pitch to him, fouled straight back. We've talked about many times if I can get a foul ball at Thomas More Stadium. A few other stadiums we talked about it. It's most definitely not possible here at Evansville. Under the grandstand, the net goes all the way up. There is pretty much 0 chance. Runner takes off, misses outside. Throw down to second, way offline. Stolen base from Mason White. One away, 1-1 count, a runner in scoring position. The 1-1 pitch. Hits it in the air towards right center field. It'll drop in for a base hit. Waving around Mason White. No throw to the plate, an RBI single from DiGiacomo. Two for 2 day at the bottom of the order. Y'all's on top 5-3 here in the 5th.
number 34, David Mendham.
We head back to the top of the order. Mendham 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored. Popped out the second last time, and it was DiGiacomo way off the bag to force a double play. First pitch. Changeup misses downstairs. 76 miles per hour there. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Smith from the stretch with a 1-0 count and a runner on first, the 1-0. Back pick over to first, not in time. It missed upstairs. 2-0 count. I think we got Jack Spelder tuning in. The broadcast, that's the box office manager for the Florence Y'alls. Always good to have the front office tuning in. Jack Spelder just tuned in after a scramble, playing golf. 2-0 pitch, catches the outside part of the plate, 2-1. I never even saw, I don't know if Jack, he was playing with his buddy, and then I heard he was playing with 2 random elderly women. And I asked the question, were they random? Because I actually didn't know. And I don't think I've gotten the answer back. That one's softly hit into center field, drops in for a base hit, rounding second. He's going to pause there as DiGiacomo. Everyone moves the base. 3 singles in the inning against Reed Smith. That puts Evansville ahead in the hit column now, 7-6.
Gary Mattis.
I always, whenever you're saying you're playing a scramble, obviously with your buddy, but then also two elderly women, I just have to ask the question, were they random? And now we wait, if you're still tuned in. I probably would say that's not who I would have played a scramble golf in. Meeting on the mound here. Carl Craigie out to talk to his wing. Runners on first and second with just one away. Reed Smith trying to qualify for the win. Has not registered a strikeout, and he's been hit around all day. But still, the Florence offense has backed him up. They're going to need some help out of the bullpen, no doubt about it. No one warming up yet. And with Logan Campbell burned, someone will have to step up. Mattis at the plate. First pitch, grounded down the third base line, foul. Mattis halfway to a cycle. He's got the single and the triple. 2 for 2 today. A home run would put the Otters on top. And Reed Smith is no stranger to home runs. He's allowed 11 this season. 3 his last time out against Joliet. Wind is blowing straight out towards right field, so it'd be an Oppo Taco shot from Mattis if he was punched it that way. The 0-1 misses outside. Just got the confirmed answer. It was not anyone random. It was his friend's aunt and her friend. Hopefully they played well in the scramble today. 1-1. Misses inside 2-1. If you don't know if you're good at golf, but you still like to play, I would recommend playing in a scramble. Get some other people that are good at golf. You just take the best shot there. But you're supposed to be shooting, obviously, probably lower than your current score. So every shot, you'll have 4 people shooting their best shot on it. And so I really recommend that to anyone who, enjoys golfing but doesn't think they're as good. Can have a lot of fun with it still. Three-1 count. This is a big time at bat here for Reed Smith. 3-4-5 coming up. Still no one warm into the pen. 3-1 pitch. Called strike. That's a big one. 3-2. Y'all need Smith to get out of this. Do not want to load the bases. Pavin, Parks, or Bednar coming to the plate. Payoff pitch. Misses inside. Walks the bases loaded. Wagner heads out to the pen. This is a chance for Evansville. 1 away and the bases loaded. Arguably their best hitter at the plate in Pavin Parks. 0 for 1 today with a sac fly. Gut-wrenching feeling here for the Florence faithful that have made the trip to Evansville. Myself included. First pitch. Skies it high, deep right field. So long. Not to say I'm a mastermind of the game of baseball, but I did kind of call that. You could not load the bases against these two hitters, Parks and Bednar, and it bites them. Y'all's down 7-5. Bednar swings out of his shoes, 0-1. Alex Wagner got to get hot quick. Wheels have fallen off of Reed Smith. 7 runs allowed. Across 4 1/3. That one's roped through the left side of the infield. He's got to go. 9th hit of the day. He's dying out on the mound. And granted, the grand slam makes the start look a lot worse, because before that one pitch, it was just 5-3. But either way, he's been getting hit around. He's lost his strikeout stuff. Hasn't thrown a strikeout today. It is now heavy in the pitch count. That one's hit towards left field. In comes Hrustich and makes the grab. Throw goes over to first, but it's not in time. 2 away. Zinn will be the 9th batter to the plate in the inning.
Second baseman, number 1, Delvin Zinn.
You could feel the energy in the air be erased from the Florence side and just move over to Evansville. They have taken all momentum. Gotta hope that the bats don't go quiet for the rest of the way from Florence. First pitch downstairs. It's 1-0. The kick, the pitch, swing and a miss. Bednar bouncing at first. The 1-1 ground ball softly hit. 3-hopper over to Ed Johnson. Throw on to first in time. And that ends the inning, but the damage is done. A 5-run 5th from Evansville. They take a 7-5 lead. We'll be right back here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
It's time for Jersey Mike's Build-A-Sub. We've got 2 master sub chefs ready to build an artisan BLT. First, our contestants spin around about 10 times and then build their sub. Once their sub is built, they will run it through their otter bell, all while keeping the ingredients inside the sandwich. First to hand their completed sub off to an otter bell wins a coupon for Jersey Mike's. Get ready and go! The only way to top the sub is with real red wine vinegar, made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make the sub above. Now located at 939 North Burkhart Road in Evansville. Up to you, Zane.
Thanks, Lucas. And don't forget to go say hello to my good friend Edie. She's at the Otters Team store this evening. Like to sell you some merchandise, apparel, souvenirs. Remember your magical moment here at Bossy Field. Again, we already gave a shout out, but we'll do it once more. A happy 21st birthday to Bubby and Sissy. Happy birthday to them. They're in the field box picnic area having a great time. It's their birthday, and my good friend Alexa, who used to work in our box office, she's here at the ballpark. I would call her Alexa Tickets. Welcome back to the ballpark, Alexa Tickets. Leading off, left fielder, 25, Steven Hrustich.
Y'all's in a deficit again. They trail 7-5 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Hrustic due up at the plate. 7-8-9 for Florence, or 6-7-8 for Florence. Hrustic, Gutierrez, Jones. First pitch to Hrustic, misses downstairs. Still Parker Brahms out there. That's what you want to see if you're a Y'all. You know you can hit this guy. I've got 6 hits against him and 5 runs. The 1-0. Skies it in the air towards right field. Mattis moves back just a little bit, makes the grab, 1 away. Hrustic was 2 for 2 before that, now 2 for 3. Gutierrez, 1 for 2 coming to the plate. He's on the left side.
The catcher to Sergio Gutierrez.
First pitch, big swing and a miss. Gutierrez, I think, was still taking his catcher gear off. Took a while to actually get to the plate, was not immediately ready. Swings through an off-speed on the first pitch he sees. I don't think he was holding the bat or taking swings in the on-deck circle at first. 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Misses way upstairs. 2-1. Florence will need a spark plug from someone in the offense. Got to keep battling back. 2-1, check swing. Did not go all the way around. 3-1. Pitch, big swing and a miss, 3-2. It's a full count. Brahms from the stretch. Payoff. Ground ball, slow roller over to the right side. Mendham fields it. Race over to first. In time, 3-1 on the putout, 2 away.
Center fielder, 71, Thomas Jones.
Brings up Thomas Jones, 1 for 2 on the day, a 2-run single, and scored his last time around. First pitch to him, fouled away. Jones looking to get on a roll here with Florence. Just has not got his footing. Just received his first hit in August. That 2-run single. A big one. 0-1 misses out. Oh my gosh. Called strike in the lefty batter's box. 0-2. From the stretch, 0-2, misses upstairs, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch ripped into center field. DiGiacomo comes in on it and makes the grab. A good piece of hitting from Thomas Jones, but DiGiacomo's there. That's going to be a costly one for Florence. 1-2-3 against Parker Brahms. Probably his last inning out there. That's a guy you really want to hit. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th, trying to keep it 7-5. Wagner enters the game. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Sushi in all of Evansville. Visit Drake's at 1252 Hurston Road at drakescomplay.com. let's get to dancing. And the Otters are back at 12:35, the series finale. And then Tuesday, a new series begins against Windy City for a Fifth Third $2 Tuesday. Tickets at EvansvilleOtters.com or call my friend Mary at 812-435-8686. Third baseman, number 28, J.J. Cruz.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. Pick up the best wings in the tri-state area of Alex Wagner now on the mound against J.J. Cruz, who shows bunt and fouls it away down the third base line. Attendance is 2,556 here at Bosse Field. 0-1 count. Oh, misses upstairs. Night is done for Reed Smith. He'll leave in line with the loss as the Yalls trail 7-5, courtesy of a 5-run 5th inning. Reed Smith gave up the all-important grand slam after walking the bases loaded. That one's punched down to first base. Zeisler will take it himself. There's one away. 3 unassisted. Brings up Mason White 0 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time around. Came in to score. Reed Smith, 5 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned. 3 walks and no strikeouts. That's right up there with his worst outing. The most earned runs he's allowed this season. You can say against Washington, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 8 runs, but 4 of them were earned. Maybe that's worse. But he got pieced around for 9 hits. That's the most this season, and the most earned runs. Another grounder over to the first baseman, Zeisler. Flip on to Wagner covering. It's in time, 2 away. 3-1 PFP. Wagner looking much better than his last time out. Everyone, was just saying that was an anomaly for Wagner, and I agree. Wagner last time out, an inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. That broke up a 4-inning scoreless streak for Wagner. The man out of Westchester, Ohio. First pitch to DiGiacomo, misses inside. Y'alls are going to need some big efforts from their pen. Wagner should be able to provide 2. 1-0, fouled away. You got to realize they also have Hunter Mink tomorrow. And that's no sure thing on what he can do. Mink has gone 3 innings in both his starts, so you would assume you need a lot of bullpen behind him. So you got to be careful about that as well. 1-1. This is downstairs. Florence in the Gateway Series looks like it would be Villalobos, Ty Good, and Evan Webster. 2-1. Misses upstairs, 3-1. The Gateway Series is where you really get into must-win territory because that's an opponent ahead of you. They'll be the toughest opponent you're probably going to face the rest of the way. You got 6 games against them. 3-1, fouled away. Brian Fuentes covering. In foul territory, runs out of room. 3-2. It's a full count. Wagner from the stretch, the payoff pitch. Foul tipped in and out of the glove of Gutierrez. We'll do it again. Bases empty, 2 away. Wagner trying to go 1-2-3. Y'all's down 7-5. They'll have 9 outs to play with. Plenty of time to come back, but they need a spark plug. You can feel the energy is dead. Maybe a Wagner 1-2-3 will do it. Glove at the chest, the payoff pitch. Broken bat sent over towards the shortstop. Johnson makes the grab, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 from Alex Wagner. Y'all's still down 7-5, but a big inning from the big man on the mound. We head to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Heritage, proud partner of Evansville Otters baseball. I would like to wish a very happy 40th birthday to Cassie Bertram here at the ballpark. Celebrating 40 years. Happy birthday, Cassie. And thanks for spending your birthday with the Evansville Otters. Cassie Bertram here at the ballpark celebrating her 40th birthday. Second baseman, 7, Dalton Davis.
Top of the 7th. Y'alls need to get going. They trail 7-5. Davis, Johnson, Massey is the crew coming up to the plate. Parker Brahms still out there. You have another chance at the starter who's trying to go into his 7th inning. First pitch in there for a strike. You need to attack him. This is the guy to beat. Brahms, very, very beatable. You've seen him now. Everyone's seen him 3 times, about to be 4 times. 0-1, fouled away. And of course, he starts off the first batter 0-2. Brahms has retired the last 4. Florence doesn't have a hit since their 3-run 4th. We're here in the 7th. 0-2, fouled away. Davis trying to be the spark plug. They need someone to bring life into this game. That grand slam really quieted the Y'all's offense. At least their momentum. 0-2 pitch misses downstairs. From the stretch, the 1-2 off-speed ground ball, corked up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Parks, and through to center field after a misplay. Florence takes advantage. That should go down as a hit. Looked like Parks was there and just went under his glove. 7th hit of the day for Florence, 2nd of the day for Dalton Davis. Leadoff runner aboard. Hey, we'll take it. Slow roller up the middle. Ends up just the same in the scorebook. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Seventh inning always brings us our this date in baseball history, where we'll go back across all of baseball history and look at things that happened, specifically today, August 17th. That one's fouled away behind home plate. Logan Brown runs out of room. This date in baseball history always brought to you by Titan Mechanical. Titan Mechanical's team of professionals are skilled in the fields of commercial and industrial service, maintenance, installation, pipe fitting, plumbing, and project management. This date in baseball history, August 17th. Let's start off in 1882 in what is considered one of the greatest games of the century. Providence beats Detroit 1-0 in an 18th inning home run by right fielder Old Hoss Radbourn. This National League game serves as the longest shutout in Major League history. Big swing and a miss there from Johnson, 0-2. This was the longest shutout until September 1st, 1967, when San Francisco blanked Cincinnati 1-0 in 20 innings. Oh, gosh. Pretty amazing. So this date, August 17th, 1882, one of the best games in Major League history. A 1-0 18-inning affair. 0-2 to Johnson, misses outside, 1-2. In 1894, August 17th, Jack Wadsworth of the National League's Louisville club, or Louisville, set a record that still stands by, giving up 28 singles in one game. My goodness. That one bounces in the dirt. Davis off from first. Throw goes back on the back pick, not in time. 28 singles in one game. Imagine being the broadcaster for that. That was this day in 1894. Runner on first, nobody out. 2-2 to Johnson. Swing and a miss on the off speed. Fourth strikeout for Parker Brahms, second on the day of Ed Johnson. There's one away now for Craig Massey. How about we go over to August 17th, 1957. Richie Ashburn, known for his ability to foul pitches off, hit spectator Alice Roth twice in the same at-bat. The first one broke her nose, and the second one hit her while she is being removed from her seat on a stretcher. Meeting on the mound, the night is done for Parker Brahms. They'll opt for a lefty to come in and face Massey. They've read the stat sheet. They know Massey can hit righties and has struggled against lefties. We'll be right back with the new wing when we return on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Otters call the bullpen, Griff Hughes. In to pitch. Hughes is on the mound. Brown behind the plate. It's powered by the Answer Out Repair East. 2319 North Canberra Road. 812-475-9000. Tell them. Same from the Otters. Send you.
Griff Hughes, the new wing on the mound for the Evansville Otters. The lefty in to face Craig Massey. Runner on first and Dalton Davis. Y'all's trail 7-5. One away. First pitch. Misses downstairs. Griff Hughes. Four-seam fastball, slider, changeup, splitter from the left side. 30 appearances, a 3.13 ERA. Big lefty on the mound. Long hold. 1-0. Connects inside part of the plate. 1-1. Played 4 seasons at Carson Newman. Grew up in the top of Texas in the Panhandle, and now resides in Knoxville, Tennessee, in the Smoky Mountains. Now, I will say, I spent my last year in the Smoky Mountains. Ironically, we actually don't accept Griff Hughes. We don't accept him as one of the Knoxville, Tennessee Smoky Mountains guys, all because he's an Evansville Otter. It's pretty shocking, but that was just the news from the mayor of Knoxville, Knox County, Glenn Jacobs. Does not accept Griff Hughes as part of Knoxville, Tennessee. It's amazing. That's the way it goes. 2-1. Fouled away. In fact, it doubles down if he gets out Craig Massey here. It's a 2-2 count.
Brought to you by Yes Heads Construction. Choose the best.
In case those who didn't know, Glenn Jacobs is actually the mayor of Knoxville, Knox County, but is also, for any WWE fans out there, he's the wrestler Kane. That is the man from wrestler turned mayor in Knoxville, Tennessee. Pretty amazing story there. 2-2. Runs inside. Full count. I actually had the privilege of interviewing Glenn Jacobs on the Smokies broadcast last year. I can tell you what, biggest hands I'll ever see, also a very big head. When I put on the headset that he wore, it slipped off my head. That goes to show you how big it was. Amazing, just a big guy, 7 feet tall. Payoff pitch, ground ball up the middle. Diving play from Zinn, in and out of his glove. A single from Craig Massey. A good effort from Zinn to even get there. Runners on first and second, still 1 away. Massey's first hit of the ball game.
Third baseman, 3, Brian Fuentes.
So, Griff Hughes comes into the game to face Craig Massey. Doesn't do his job. Can Florence capitalize on that? I mean, he's in there to get Massey out, and Massey ends up getting a single off him. 8th hit of the night for Florence. Brian Fuentes at the plate. 7-5 deficit. First pitch, off speed, in there for a strike. I think Fuentes wants that one back. That was right down Broadway. One where you sit back and salute goodbye. 0-1. Fouls it away quickly, down 0-2. Continuing with this date in baseball history, Richie Ashburn, he had 2 foul balls hitting Alice Roth twice. The first one broke her nose. The second was while she was being removed from her seat on a stretcher. She was actually the wife of Earl Roth, who was a sports editor for the Philadelphia Bulletin. That happened this date in 1957. Can you imagine that? You're at a baseball game. I can only imagine being at Thomas More Stadium. How many times I just haven't gotten a foul ball there through 42 games. Through 96 games, I haven't been touched by a foul ball. Imagine being hit twice when you're not looking at a baseball game. That's just unbelievable odds. 1-2 to Fuentes, misses way outside 2-2. 1966, we got 2 for Willie Mays here. Willie Mays takes second place on the all-time home run list with a 4th inning blast off Ray Washburn. San Francisco is 1/2 game out of first place after beating the Cards 4-3. So he moved into second place on this date. That one skied in the air in the infield. Delvin Zinn and Pavin Parks going at it. It's Zinn who's under it and makes the grab. A little bit of movement at the end there. 2 away. It's a big timeout.
First baseman, 13, Hank Zeisler.
Brings up Hank Zeisler. You could feel that this is a moment for Florence where they have to scratch across 1. It's the top of your order up. Runners on first and second. You really feel like, hey, this is at least give us some momentum. It's another lefty-lefty battle here. Zeisler does not have the same struggles that Massey does. Check swing in there for a strike. We'll go to the stats on it. Zeisler against lefties is hitting .313, against righties hitting .314, so it doesn't matter who's on the mound for him. And he could hit you from both sides. The second Willie Mays one was 1973. Willie Mays hit home run 660. And the last home run of his major league career off Don Gullett of Cincinnati. 1-1 count. So he had a big day here on August 17th. The home run to move into second place all time, and also the home run, his last home run of his career, number 660. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Final one for this date in baseball history, 1972. Steve Carlton of the Phillies won his 15th consecutive game with a 9-4 victory over the Cincinnati Reds. How about that? 15 in a row, something you're not going to see anymore. And I think Garrett Cole was right up there. 1-2, bounces the dirt and gets away from the catcher Brown. That moves both runners into scoring position. What a big-time spot here. Zeisler with a single could tie this game at 7. And he's got a 2-2 count on him. Ooh-wee. What a spot here for Zeisler. Infield pushback, runners on second and third. Top of the 7th, down 7-5. From the stretch, 2-2. Hard hit over to the shortstop Parks. Fielded on one hop. Throw on to first. In time. They all strand runners in scoring position. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. We head to stretch time at Bosse Field. We'll be right back on Y'all's Baseball Network.
It's time to stretch, and we have a special guest to sing. It's our friends from Ballet, Indiana. Starting the organ, here we go. Top of the order team will be Edward Jones, leadoff batter. First baseman, number 34, David Mendon.
Stretch time at Bosse Field. Y'all's down 7-5. It's always brought to you by Beacon Orthopedics. Beacon, one of the largest and fastest growing orthopedic practices in the Cincinnati area. It's no wonder they're the official healthcare provider of the Florence Y'alls. Alex Wagner back out for his second inning of work. Top of the order due up for Evansville, Menhem, Mattis, Parks. 1-0 count to Menhem. Comes the 1-0, off speed, misses upstairs. Wagner with a 1-2-3-6. That was his first inning out there. Trying to keep it going. It's 2-0 against Menhem, who's got 2 runs for Evansville. 2-0. skies it in the infield. Left side, Ed Johnson tracking it. Splash into the tan leather mitt. One away. Brings up Gary Mattis. He's been on base all 3 times today and has scored 2 runs while producing 1 as well. An RBI triple his first time around. Halfway to the cycle, a single and a triple. Needs a home run and a double. Easier said than done. He walked his last time around. Florence 6 outs to play with on offense. Need to keep it quiet on the defensive side. It's going to take some expert pitching from the bullpen, which some might consider thin, especially with maybe even more of a bullpen game tomorrow with Hunter Mink on the mound. They're going to need every bit of life from him. 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1. Mink has gone 3 innings in each of his starts. Obviously, it'd be nicer to win the series today than it would be tomorrow. 1-1, hit in the air towards center field. In comes Thomas Jones. He lets it bounce in front. Plays conservative. You slide, he might have had it. 3rd hit of the day for Gary Mattis. And it just goes to show you again, any given day, Mattis, one of the worst lines in baseball that you can have. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts just yesterday. Today, 3 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Baseball's an amazing sport. It truly is. Here's the killer at the plate. Pavin Parks, a grand slam his last time around. He's got 5 RBIs on the day. Runner takes off, first pitch, misses outside, throw down. Tag applied, in time. Wipe him off the base path. Second time caught stealing for Gary Mattis. Do not run on the reaper behind the plate, Sergio Gutierrez. Beautiful tag applied there from Ed Johnson as well. The pick and the tag. 2 away, bases empty. Skies it down the 3rd baseline. Fuentes tracking in foul territory. Plenty of room for him. Makes the snow cone grab. And that will end the inning. An untraditional 1-2-3 for Alex Wagner. Y'all's maybe a little bit of momentum. We'll see. Top of the 8th coming up. They're down 7-5 here on Y'all's Baseball Network.
Congratulations! Sumo is brought to you by Velvet Ice Cream. Get your Velvet Ice Cream behind 3rd base concessions. Up to you, Zane.
Thank you so much, Lucas. Don't forget to stick around for that post-game fireworks show. Otters are back. The series finale tomorrow, 12:35. Tickets at EvansvilleOtters.com.
Velvet Ice Cream. The one that Sumo wrestlers were about.
Calling the bullpen, 17, Michael McAvee. Into pitch. McAvee's on the mound. Brown behind the plate. It's powered by the Answer Auto Repair East to 2319 North Peterborough, 812-475-9000. Tell them, Zane from the Otters, send you. Right fielder for T.J. Reeves.
New wing into the game for the Evansville Otters. Michael McAvee enters for Griff Hughes. Just 2/3 innings for Hughes. A hit, no runs allowed, no walks, no strikeouts. Parker Brahms left with the win. It's a 7-5 ball game. First pitch called outside in the lefty batter's box. Reeves today 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored his first time around. Michael McAveen, 0-1, skied into center field. DiGiacomo into left center field. Gap is called off by the left fielder Bednar, who makes the grab. 1 away. Y'all's down to their final 5. Michael McAveen, a guy who I'm very familiar with. Had the chance to call him in Tennessee. If you want to know what a difference it is from Double-A baseball to independent baseball, Michael McAveen was exiled. 10-plus ERA last season for Tennessee. He has dominated this year with a 3.25. He didn't allow a run for quite some time, and he's been very good against Florence. First pitch misses outside to Hrustich. When I saw McAveen in Double-A, he was getting pieced by the Tennessee Smokies, or for the Tennessee Smokies. Got sent down to Single-A, where he was with South Bend, and finished the rest of the season with the Cubs before being released. One. Catches the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Zone's expanding as we enter the end of the game here. Pretty interesting. Supposed to be the other way around. Here comes the 1-2. Misses outside. 2-2. Two-two pitch, sent in the air, shallow, left center field. In comes DiGiacomo, who dives and makes the grab. Steals a hit away from Hrustich. Y'all's down to their final 4. Game is falling out of hand for Florence, as are their playoff hopes.
Catcher 2. Sergio.
Every loss is just one less loss on a tragic number that is beneath 10. They cannot afford losses, especially against Evansville. You figure it. You got 6 against Gateway and 3 more against Schaumburg. Those are 9 games against top-tier teams in the Western Division. You got 5 more games, including this one, against teams behind you. This one plus another one tomorrow against Evansville, and then a 3-game series against Joliet. The ones you can afford to lose, I think you can afford to lose 1 in each of the series against Gateway twice and Evansville, and Schaumburg. 1-1. Misses downstairs. If you can sweep the Otters and the Slammers, which is easier said than done against the Slammers, they have had their number all year. But you have already swept Evansville. You should feel pretty good. 2-1. Connects outside part of the plate. It's Gutierrez at the plate. McAveen back a 1-2-3 to something. I don't even know if he had a 1-2-3 inning in Double-A. Stretch 2-2. Call it, strike 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Y'all's down 7-5.
Otters fans, it's time for the Legends Set, brought to you by Basic Pizza. We need you to cheer on the Boston Field Legends, F.J. Rice, William Henry Harrison, and special guest star Evan the Otter. Legends, are you ready? Get set, go!
Evans running like Kirk Gibson in the 1988 World Series. Or maybe he's pretending to be on a horse. Either way, I'm confused. Evan, make sure you tie your shoes. That's a safety hazard. Florence called the bullpen 17. Ken Kleiman in to pitch. Kleiman's on the mound. Gutierrez behind the plate. His pitch battery powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. 2319 North Canada Road, 812-475-9000. Tell them Zing from the Otters sent you. Left fielder number 6, Randy Bednar.
Bottom of the 8th. The Alls trail 7-5 to the Evansville Otters. Kent Kleiman, the new pitcher on the mound. Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. First pitch to Randy Bednar, big swing and a miss. Alex Wagner's night is done. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Very good inning from Wagner to keep it 7-5. The offense has not backed them up. First pitch misses downstairs. I guess the second pitch, 1-1. Kleiman just going to try and keep it a 7-5 game. Florence has 3 outs to play. Just be quiet in the press box. Just got a collective group sing from the Evansville press box members. Two-1, fouled away. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, always brought to you by Maximum Plumbing. When you need residential plumbing repairs and replacements, Maximum Plumbing brings the highest standards, top-notch customer service. 2-2 count to the righty Randy Bednar. The good thing is, you know, we're tracking these games. Florence, obviously, trying to find themselves in this playoff race. They're 4 games out. 2-2, swing and a miss goes out of the glove of Gutierrez. Throw goes down to first, scoop from Zeisler, and in time. Drop third strike is a close one down the first base line, but the first K of the day for Ken Kleiman. 1 away in the 8th brings up Logan Brown. Start off bottom of the 9th. It's a 0-0 game between Trois-Rivières and New Jersey. New Jersey's playing a lot of these teams difficult at the end of the season. Tri-City against New York. Tri-City's on top 7-5 in the top of the 9th. Sussex County and New England, that's a battle of 2 teams that are already eliminated. New England's on top 4-2. Then the big ones. Actually, we'll go to Quebec and Ottawa first. Ottawa leads 2-1 at Quebec in the bottom of the 9th. Then the big one here at Washington. Washington holds a 3-2 lead over the Crushers, which is good for Florence because they trail the Crushers by 4 games. So if the Yalls lose and the Crushers lose, technically you don't lose any ground in the playoff spot, which would be nice to have. Let's hope Washington can hang on there. That one's fouled away, 0-2 count. Lefty Logan Brown at the plate. Grizzlies are up 4-0 against Windy City. That would move them just another game ahead into that second place wild card. I think they're pretty comfortable in that 2 spot in the West. Washington was able to clinch a playoff spot yesterday. Called strike 3, frozen fastball on the outside part of the plate. 2 away, back-to-back Ks for Kleiman. Brings up Delvin Zinn. Gateway is 7 out of first place, but they're also 4 ahead of Lake Erie. So if you're Gateway, you feel pretty good, and that's going to obviously be a tough opponent for Florence. Gateway might even have the opportunity to clinch a playoff spot against Florence. So either way, I mean, Gateway would just move another game ahead. First pitch in there for a strike. But then another big one. Florence is a half game behind Schaumburg. Again, it'd be nice to get these, but Schaumburg is losing. They're down 5-1 to Joliet in the top of the 8th. So it's not the worst case scenario of the Yalls losing. It's just going to go down as a game where you could have gained a spot, and that's something you look at the end of the season. I could have gained a spot on that date. Instead, I let up a grand slam to Paven Parks and trailed 7-5 to the Evansville Otters. They were behind me and playing for nothing. They're already eliminated. 1-1, misses outside. 2-1. So there is always a silver lining. Hopefully Washington hangs on, and hopefully they keep playing for that top seed, which they should be. They're still 8 games ahead of the top seed. Called strike there. 2-2. And then hopefully Joliet hangs on. And that way Lake Erie and Schaumburg also loses. But let's hope the biggest part, that Florence can come back in the 9th and then hopefully hang on in the bottom of the 9th. 2-2, ground ball, slow roller, 2-hopper over to the second baseman Davis. Throwing to first is in time. 1-2-3 inning from Kent Kleiman on the mound. That'll keep this a 7-5 ball game. We head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Y'alls here on Y'alls Baseball Network.
And now, Indiana 811 presents the Holy Moly Shuffle. Can you find where Holy Moly ducked himself? Don't let him get away. Thanks for playing. The Holy Moly Shuffle is brought to you by Indiana 811, a free service that can prevent costly damages to underground utilities. Know what's below. Call 811 or visit 811now.com. At least 2 full working days for every digging project, no matter how big or small.
Otters pitching change. 11, Paven Parks now pitching. Parks is on the mound from behind the plate. It's powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. 2319 Rory 12475 9000. Tell them saying from the Otters sent you. Other changes defensively include 1 Zen moving from second base to shortstop. And now 12, Amani Larry is playing second base. For those of you scoring. Center fielder, 71, Thomas Jones.
Top of the 9th, last chance for Florence. They trail 7-5. New pitcher out on the mound is the guy that hurt the Florence Y'alls earlier today. It's the position player, Paven Parks, who acts as the Evansville Shohei Ohtani. He's out there with eye black on against Thomas Jones. First pitch in there for a strike. So they go to Paven Parks instead of Michael McAvee. And into the game is Amani Larry over at second. Delvin Zinn moves over to short. So they lose the designated hitter. 0-1 misses outside. 1-1. Thomas Jones today is 1 for 3. A 2-run single back in the 4th. Jones, Davis, Johnson. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Thomas Jones had a good piece on it back in the 6th inning. Just lined out to center field. It's a 1-2 count on him. Paven Parks. Let's take a look at this guy's stats. Obviously, hurt Florence with a grand slam in a 5-run 5th. That's the difference in the ball game. Paven Parks, 9 appearances, 9 1/3 innings pitched. Hasn't allowed an earned run. Check swing didn't go around. Wow. He's allowed 2 runs, none of them earned. No walks, 12 strikeouts. Talk about a weapon. Let's give him 2 runs here. 2-2. Misses outside, a full count. If you are the Y'alls, you got to take a look at the stats. This guy hasn't walked anyone, so I got to be aggressive around the zone. If you're Thomas Jones, you don't want to go down looking in the 9th. From the windup middle of the rubber. Payoff pitch. Pops it up first base side, plenty of room over there. Mendham and the catcher going at it. Runs out to the shallow side.
That overhead foul ball brought
We'll
to
do it
you
again.
by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it.
Thankfully that came down on the shallow part of the fishbowl here at Bosse Field. Wind up again, the kick, the payoff pitch, fouled away. Jones with a good at-bat to start
Still here
the
to
top
tell
of the
you
ninth.
Foul ball is brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best.
Florence
Never
down
regret
2 runs, 7-5. They're also down 2 hits in the hit column, 10-8. Reed Smith in line for the loss. 3-2 pitch, runs inside. First walk allowed by Pavin Parks this season. How about that?
it. Second baseman.
Let's give him some more runs as well.
Davis.
That's what I figure. That's his first walk allowed. Let's also give him his first earned runs allowed. The eye black on the mound look has never looked good for anyone in the history of professional baseball. Just something you do not see. Pavin Parks rocking it out there. Granted, he is a position player as well. Big swing and a miss from Dalton Davis. Davis has had a 9th inning home run before, a 2-run shot, and a 3-2 loss against Sussex County. Today, it would tie the ball game. He's 2 for 3. Parks from the stretch. Long hold. Great hold. 0-1, misses outside. Using every second on the pitch clock. One. Fouled away. Barely gets a tip of it. 1-2. Still on the top of the 9th at Washington. Looks like it's still 3-2. Wild Things trying to close it out. I don't know if that game's just delayed. That one's skied out towards right center field. Well hit. DiGiacomo in the gap and makes the grab on the run. Good piece from Davis. But he's put away. Y'all's down to their final 2.
Shortstop 1, Ed Johnson.
That would have been a big one. Ed Johnson struggling at the plate today, 0 for 3 with a walk. He's had a lot of success against Evansville. Entered today with a .462 average. Pickoff attempt. Jones caught sleeping, but safe over there. He was moving off the bag. First pitch to Johnson, in there for a strike. He's seen so many off speeds today. They really are attacking him with the off speed. And he just has not been able to hit it. Jones big lead at first. 0-1, fouled away. Y'alls keep putting themselves in 2 strike counts. Parks trying to close the door. Double play would end the game. 0-2 pitch. Sent in the air towards right center field again. DiGiacomo's in the gap, and he makes another play. Hangs up just enough. That one was a lot easier, but still in the gap.
23, Craig Massey.
And I'm officially on the petition that Bosse Field needs better lighting. I can't see anything that's going on in right center field. Massey, the last last out for Florence. First pitch connects outside part of the plate. Massey today 1 for 4. Y'all's down to their last out. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Let it go, man. The guy on first does not matter for you, Pavin Parks. It's an 0-1 count. Misses outside, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, fouled away. Y'all's down to their final strike. One-two. Gets the foul ball. They're saying he didn't have a foul ball throw down to first. In time. What are we doing? I thought Massey clearly fouled that. Carl Craigie's going to go talk. I think everyone should be talking. Home plate should. The umpires need to talk about that. It's a foul ball. Gets away. They say he goes around. Either way, I don't know. Y'alls lose 7-5 as the umpires leave the game. Looks like Massey's okay as he hobbles off. 5-run fifth does the Y'alls in. They got 2 hits after allowing the lead. I felt it right away. The minute they lost that lead, you could feel the momentum be pulled from them, and they could not battle back. Smith, 5 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Gets his 3rd loss of the season, falls to 6-3. The win goes to Parker Brahms. Save will go to Pavin Parks. Like I said, you don't lose anything if the scores stand in the Frontier League right now. You're still 4 games back. You just lose the chance to gain something. Washington has confirmed 1. That's the final there in Washington. They beat the Crushers 3-2. Joliet in the bottom of the 9th is on top of Schaumburg 5-1. Hopefully they can hang on there. If it does stand, you haven't lost a single spot in the standings besides behind first place, but you're not playing for that. So focus up and come back tomorrow. Obviously, in hindsight, it's easier to win today than it is tomorrow. But when you have your ace on the mound and you lose a game with him there, you always question what we could have done better. And honestly, there's not much besides just continuing to hit after you gave up the lead. Cannot have momentum pulled away from you in an instant and expect to go to the playoffs. They're going to have to clean it up tomorrow. Hunter Mink will toe the rubber for Florence. Taking on Braden Scott, the lefty, a .393 earned run average across 17 starts, a 4-9 record. We'll see what they can do. If you drop the series, then you really question if they can actually make the playoffs. The tragic number is, I believe, down to a single hand. You could probably afford to lose 5 games, maybe. I'd have to do the calculations. Really, you don't want to afford to lose them, especially what you have ahead. That's 6 games against 9 games against teams ahead of you. Do it again tomorrow.
Please shoot off the fireworks. Would you
First
give
pitch
your
to be at
ball motion?
1:35 Eastern, 12:35 Central. Mink against Scott. We'll do it for the series tomorrow. The rubber match. We thank you for listening here on Flow Baseball or on the YouTube audio stream. As always, have a good night. And signing off from Bossy Field, I've been Rory Tettemer. Y'all take care.